Hi everybody, in this video, let's look at your Form 4 Math textbook, Chapter 2, Self-Practice 2.1, page 38. Okay, in this video, I'm going to discuss question 3 and question 4 with you. Now, let's look at question 3 first. The length of the diagonal of a rectangle is 10 centimeters. If the length is 2 centimeters longer than its width, find the length and the width of the rectangle. Okay, let me sketch a diagram for you first. Now I have a rectangle over here. And the length of the diagonal, which is over here, is 10 centimeters. 10 centimeters. I know the width and the length. I want to find the width and the length of this rectangle. Given by the questions, the length is 2 centimeters longer than its width. So I just let the width be W centimeter. So the length is 2 centimeters more than this. It will be W plus 2 centimeter. Now, do you see a right angle triangle over here? So we can use Pythagorean theorem to help us to form an equation. W plus 2 square plus W square is equal to 10 square. Okay, this one you can do the expansion like this, W plus 2 times W plus 2. You can expand it one by one. If you don't want, you can just use a formula to help you to do the expansion. I hope that you still remember this formula. A plus B square is actually equal to A square plus 2AB plus B square. Okay, W square plus 4W plus 4. Okay, so here plus W square is equal to 100. W square plus W square, you get 2W square. So the rest, just copy first. And the 100, I'm going to move it to the left. It will become minus 100 is equal to 0 now. Okay, so this is 2W square plus 4W minus 96 is equal to 0. So in order to make the number become smaller, I'm going to divide this whole equation by 2. So the number will become smaller, easier for us to do the factorization. W square, this divided by 2, you will get W square. Divided by 2, you get 2W. Divided by 2, you will get 48. Okay, now we just do the factorization. This one, if you have a hard time to do the factorization, you actually can use your calculator to help you to do the factorization. Okay, W 6 times 8. You get 48, right? So I want to get positive 2W. Here will be positive, here will be negative. So I hope that you still remember this. If you don't want to use your calculator to help you, you can do it this way. These two multiplied together, you will get, you must get W square. So it will be W. So these two numbers multiplied together, you need to get negative 48. So normally I just forget about the sign first. I just think about 48. So 6 times 8. Cross multiplication, 6W, 8W. At the back here, you need to add up together, plus. These two add up together must give you the term in the middle one, which is positive 2W. In order to get positive 2W, here I'm going to write positive, here I'm going to write negative. So I will get positive 2W. If this is positive, here I will just follow positive. If this is negative, here I will just follow negative. Okay, but make sure that in front here is positive. Because if this is negative, negative will give you positive. So normally before I start to do this for factorization, I will always make sure that the front here is positive. Okay, let me double check my factorization. W, you get W square. These two multiplied together, you get this one, correct? So negative 6 times positive 8, you get negative 48, correct? Okay, so our factorization is correct. W plus 8 is equal to 0, or W minus 6 is equal to 0. So W is equal to negative 8, W is equal to 6. But when you look at this diagram, you know W is width, right? So width cannot be negative here. So negative 8 is not accepted. Okay, let me answer the question. The width will be 6 centimeter. and the length. Okay, you cannot stop here because the question asks you find the length and the width. You need to answer the question. Width and the length. Length is W plus 2, which is equal to 6 plus 2, 8 centimeter. Okay, so this is answer for 3A. Now let's go to 3B. Find the measurement of a rectangle with a perimeter of 26 centimeters and an area of 40 square centimeters. So find the measurement, it means that you want to find the length and the width of the rectangle. Or sometimes you see the question, find the dimension of the rectangle. Okay, now let me draw a rectangle for you first. I don't know the length, I just let it be x centimeters. Okay, I put a parenthesis here so that you won't get confused. So this is y centimeters. Now the length is x centimeters, the width is y centimeters. Given by the questions, the perimeter is 26 centimeters. So try to ask yourself, how do we calculate the perimeter of a rectangle? We take out the length here, all add up together, right? So I have 2x, 1x over here, 1x over here. So I have 2x plus 2y. So this will give us the perimeter of this rectangle, which is equal to 26. So I will just divide this whole equation by 2 so that the number becomes smaller, easier for us to do it. So this x plus y is equal to 13. Okay, so just call this equation as the first equation. Now we are going to use another given information to help us to form another equation. The area of this rectangle is 40 square centimeters. How do we get the area of a rectangle? We take the length multiplied by the width, right? So it means x times y is equal to 40. So just let this be second equation. So now what do we need to do is try to change the two unknown become one unknown. So what do we need to do now is change the two unknown become one unknown. You can change all become y or all become x. It's totally up to you. Okay, from the first equation, I know that x is equal to 13 minus y, right? Okay, I just let it be the third equation. So I'm going to bring this whole thing inside here. Substitute the third equation into the second equation. X, I don't want to write x anymore because x is equal to 13 minus y. Okay, and don't forget to put a parenthesis over here, x, y. Do you notice that now all become y, right? So this is our purpose. We don't want to see x and y exist together simultaneously. We want to see x only or y only. Now here, let me do some expansion. So it will become 13y minus y squared is equal to 40. Okay, so I'm going to rearrange this, write this quadratic equation in general form. Negative y squared plus 13y minus 40 is equal to 0. So here I'm going to multiply the whole equation by negative 1 so that here become positive, easier for me to do the factorization. So y squared minus 13y plus 40 is equal to 0. Okay, so do the factorization. You can use your calculator to help you if you want. So this will be 85 negative negative. Okay, let me check my answer. Okay, correct. So y minus 8 is equal to 0 or y minus 5 is equal to 0. So from here, y is equal to 8, y is equal to 5. Now, let me continue over here. When y is equal to 8, so x will be equal to 13 minus 8, so x will be equal to 5. So how about when y is equal to 5? So x will be equal to 13 minus 5, right? 13 minus 5. So x is equal to, minus 5. Here I should write 5, not 8. 13 minus 5. X should be equal to 8. So you'll notice that one is 5 and another one is 8. So this one is this is 5, 8, this is 8, 5. Okay, but it's okay. Now we know that the dimension of this rectangle of the dimension the dimension of the rectangle will be 8 centimeters by 5 centimeters. If you see like this, it means 8 centimeters length long and 5 centimeter. This is for the width. So if you don't want to write like this, you can just write length is equal to 8 centimeters, width is equal to 5 centimeters. Okay, now let's go to question number 4. The diagram on the right shows the trapezium PQRS, where PQ is equal to x minus 1. So this is a perpendicular height, and PS is equal to x plus 3 centimeters, QR is equal to 3x plus 2 centimeters. Given the area of the trapezium is 17 square centimeters, find the value of x. So, how do we get the area of a trapezium? Always remember, if you want to find the area of the trapezium, always start with 1 over 2. And then look at the two parallel sides. In this situation, these two sides will be the two parallel sides. Find the sum of these two parallel sides. X plus 3 plus 3x plus 2. Okay? Then times the perpendicular height, which is x minus 1. This will give us the area of this trapezium, which is equal to 17. Okay, now x plus 3x is equal to 4x. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. Now the 2 here, I'm going to bring it over here. It becomes 17 times 2. So you will get 34. So here, we just do some expansion. 4x times x, 4x squared. So positive, negative, you get negative 4x. Positive, positive, you get positive 5x. Oh, sorry, 5x. Positive, negative, you get negative 5. Okay, so the 34, I'm going to bring it over here, become minus 34 is equal to 0. I want to write this quadratic equation in general form. Okay, for x squared, we just copy. So this will give us plus x, and this will give us minus 39 is equal to 0. Okay, so this one, the number slightly bigger, so it will be harder for you to do the factorization. You actually can use a calculator to help you to do the factorization. Okay, now key in 4. Positive 1, you don't have to write plus, you don't have to key in positive, you just key in 1. But negative, you have to key in negative 39. Okay, press equal. You get 3. Remember this number, x1 is equal to 3, and x2 is equal to negative 13 over 4. x1 is equal to 3, x2 is equal to negative 13 over 4. Okay, whenever you see a fraction, right? Now, this is integer, this is a fraction. So this is x, I'm going to write x. This is integer, so the x, I can write closer to this parenthesis, is okay. So this is a fraction, I'm going to leave some space. Okay, why do I want to do so? Now, if this is plus 3, I just write negative 3. If this is negative 13 over 4, I write plus, change the sign. Positive become negative, negative become positive. And I only write 13. Where should I write the 4? 4 is over here. That's why I leave some space here just now. Okay, now x minus 3 is equal to 0, or 4x plus 13 is equal to 0. So at the end, we should be able to get back this answer. So x is equal to 3, correct? Okay, so 4x is equal to minus negative 13. X is equal to negative 13 over 4. Okay, but this is not accepted. Why? Because if you plug in this negative over 4 inside here to calculate, you actually get a negative number, right? So this is the height cannot be negative number. So this one not accepted. So the answer is x is equal to 3. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.